Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Samsung dryer door trim. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new door trim. The door trim is located on the outside of the dryer door. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's cracked or damaged. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the dryer door. With the door open, we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver and remove the two screws that hold the hinge in. Once you have the screws out, you can lift up on the door, and once you lift it up a little bit, then you can pull it out. You can set it on a table so you can work on it. Make sure you put a towel down so you don't scratch it. We're going to set ours on top of the dryer. With the door off the dryer, we can set it on our towel so we can take it apart. First thing we're going to do is, if you didn't take these screws out of the hinges, we're going to take those out and set them aside. Now we can go around with our Phillips screwdriver and remove all these screws that hold the door together. When you're removing the two screws for the lever, you want to make sure you set those aside with the lever because they are different than the other ones and you don't want to mix them up. Now that we have all the screws out, we can carefully pop the door in half. We're going to use a small flathead screwdriver and get in between the chrome and gray piece and kind of pop it apart, being careful that you don't scratch anything. Once you have it released, you can pull the two halves apart so we can change the part. Now that we have the inner trim off, we can remove the door glass. It's not held in by anything, so all we have to do is lift it off. To get the door trim off, we have to remove it from the outer glass. There's locking tabs that go around the outer edge. We're going to have to press on those and then press down to release it so it's released from the door trim. And then you can hold that one so it doesn't come back up, and then you can go to the next one. Just press in gently and press down at the same time. And then as long as these are staying down, you can just go around and release them all so we can take the door trim off. Once you have them all released, we can lift the door trim off. Here's the old door trim next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can put the new door trim on. There's this little notch right here, and there is a little notch right here in the door trim. So we're going to line that up so it's in the correct position, and then set the door trim down. Now that we have everything lined up, we can go around and snap the outer glass back onto the door trim. All you have to do is squeeze it and make sure these lock into place. Once you have the outer glass mounted onto the door trim, we can put the glass back on and put the door together. Now that we have the glass back in the door, we can put the inner liner back on. All you have to do is line it up and set it back into place so we can put the screws back in. Once you have it in place, you can just snap it back together. With the door snapped back together, we can put all the screws back in. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver. Remember, the screw with the orange thread tight on it goes right in this hole here. For the lever, remember the screws are different. Make sure you use the same screws that we set aside earlier. Now that we have the door assembly put back together, we can grab the two mounting screws and go put the door back on the dryer. First thing we're going to do is line it up so we can put this screw into this little hole right here where it mounts. So if you have to, you can open up the hinge and then slide it into place. Once you have it hanging there, you can let go. It won't fall off. And then we can grab our Phillips screwdriver and put the screws in to hold it in place. Now that we have the door remounted, we can close it, plug the dryer back in, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.